man da gut zumachen oder so weg und so. Ja, und jetzt da. Ja. Und jetzt da oben. Aha.
Ich glaube schon, das Level durchholen, bis das kommt.
Ist gegangen. Die Frage ist, ja. Muss ich jetzt den da zu mir haben, nicht dass ich mich bedienen
Ich kann es nicht.
Es ist nicht. Zuerst einmal. Aha. Aber zuerst singen wir noch ein bisschen. Ich sitze aber am Boden, kann ich.
Oh, okay. Willst du noch das Harmonium?
Ja?
Harmonium?
Ja, ja. Aber nicht das Neue. Bin nicht gewöhnt.
Komm ich das
Kann man nicht ganz. Wachsen. Zuerst Power Button auf der Front. Ah, jetzt ist er. Ja, wir sind gut, technisch. Du musst aber mit einer Gangkarte spielen.
mit anderen?
Ja, das ist schön Stichwort. Jetzt schafft es zweite.
Jetzt mal davon ausgegangen, dass ein Tempokommando wird das.
Ja, wo ist es? Also mit der Immunzelle. Das kann
Ja, Buna. Du kannst doch ein Tempokommando wählen.
Zum Dank, oder? Ist du das schon?
Das ist auch ja.
Ah, Arrivol, ja. Yashoda 22. I think that's prosa. Asadita havishi barishi dushite mayo palapto vita vita sapadyu partarasa rishi kumaravat avahita karana kalapa aste. Please repeat. You have it?
Not yet.
Können wir ohne Repeater machen?
Hm?
Können wir ohne Repeater machen?
Okay. Then word by word translation. Asadita,
Sadita,
placed.
placed,
Avishi,
Avishi.
all the ingredients to be offered in a sacrifice.
all the ingredients to be offered in a sacrifice.
Bariji,
Parishi.
um the Kuja-Gras.
The
Kosher grass,
Dujite,
dushite,
when polluted.
when polluted.
Maya Upalabda,
Maya Upalaptaha.
being scolded by me.
Being scolded by me.
Beta, beta,
Vita Vita.
in great fear.
In great fear.
Sapadi,
Sapadi.
immediately.
Immediately.
Uparatarash Raza
Uparadarasa.
stopped its playing.
Stopped its playing.
Rishi Kumara,
Rishi Kumara.
exactly like the son or disciple of a saintly person.
Exactly like the son or disciple of the saintly person.
Avahita,
Avaita.
completely restrained.
Completely restrained.
Karana Kalapa,
Karana Kalapa.
all the senses,
All the senses.
Aste,
Aste.
Aste.
Zit. And the translation of the verse in English. When I place all the sacrificial ingredients on the kusha grass, the deer, when playing, would touch the grass with its teeth and thus polluted it. When I chastised the deer by pushing it away, it would immediately become fearful and sit down motionless, exactly like the son of a saintly person. Thus, it would stop its play. And then the purport of Srila Prabhupada ki, Bharat Maharaj was constantly thinking of the activities of the deer, forgetting that such meditation and diversion of attention was killing his progress in spiritual achievement. That's the whole purpose.
Ich sehe gerade, dass du eigentlich einen anderen Vers hättest. Ich habe dir den gegeben.
Ja, natürlich. Ja. Es ist geschrieben, zweimal sogar schon.
Ja.
Du hast mir den gegeben. Ja.
Gestern haben wir 21 gehabt.
Ja, dann stimmt's ja. Und du hast ja
Ah,
gestern,
sorry, stimmt, ja.
du hast ja gestern noch geschaut
stimmt,
und hast gestimmt.
Sorry. Du hast recht, ja.
Du hast den 23. I read again the purport. Bharat Maharaj was constantly thinking of the activities of the deer, forgetting that such meditation and diversion of attention was killing his progress in spiritual achievement. Let's offer our prayer to Guru Parampara before we begin. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Miritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutali Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vrishaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesharunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shrivasadi Gaurabhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Before I begin, I would like to seek the blessings of all the Vaishnavas assembled here. Mancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuveva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. How is the chapter entitled? Bharat Maharaj?
Characteristics, no? The description of the character of Bharat Maharaj.
Ah, okay. I think I will not repeat, because I think everybody knows what happened before. Bharat Maharaj was making preparations for a sacrifice. The sacrifice was meant to please Vishnu. But because the fawn touched the kusha grass with its teeth, the grass became contaminated and was therefore no longer suitable for the sacrifice. Although Maharaj reprimanded the little deer, after all he knew the rules of cleanliness very well, his thoughts and feelings were with the deer and not with Vishnu. He actually found the fawn's behavior sweet and attractive. Prabhupada remarks that this inattention ruined his spiritual progress. Maharaj Bharat left his throne, wife and sons, to prepare for death in the last stage of his life. He knew that the state of consciousness on leaving the body would determine his next life. Therefore, in solitude, he only wanted to meditate on Vishnu and please Vishnu with all his activities, which would have granted him liberation. But young creatures, whether human or animal babies, have the ability to arouse certain feelings in us. This is one example. I have more of them.
More.
We find them cute, attractive, weak, tender, sweet, innocent, and helpless.
Wow. This is
Koala. If they lose their parents, they are left defenseless and exposed to the cruel nature, which will inevitably lead to their death. So, it is up to us to take care of these needy creatures. One more. You know this animal?
Yes, an orangutan.
Yes. They need food, warmth, protection, and, above all, affection.
They don't look so cute though. They look quite aggressive.
This is ein Raubvogel. It was precisely this circumstance that prompted Bharat to take care of this unprotected little deer, which then proved to be his undoing. The fact that he was concerned about the deer's welfare would not have been a mistake in itself. So what was the reason for his downfall? This have to answer you.
His attachment to the
Yeah, but how can you stop this?
deer. By diverting the attention to Krishna. And see that actually the deer is part of Krishna.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that sounds good. I was recently in Kerala with my wife for 3 weeks. One day when she returned from a walk, she told me, "Oh, I saw a little puppy on the way. It was so cute, I would have loved to take it with me." The next day, I saw a few ravens gathered around something lying on the path. As I approached, they flew away, cawing. In front of me was a freshly born puppy, its head already eaten. Two contrasting experiences. I don't know, it was the same puppy, this I don't know. In Vrindavan, I know a Vaishnavi, who takes care of a female dog from the street every year. Every time the bitch is pregnant, she is allowed to give birth to the puppies in her courtyard. This protects them from all the dangers lurking on the street. When they are bigger and stronger, the puppies, they are allowed out on the street with their mother. This every year happens again. When I visited her again 6 months later, I asked how the puppies had fared, and she had to admit that none of them had survived. If you approach this problem in purely mathematical terms, you understand that it has to be this way. Each dog clan has its territory and the food supply is limited. Assuming there are 3 pairs of dogs living in this territory, which have 2 young each year, 4 young per litter, there would be 30 after 1 year and 150 after a year later in the same territory. In the course of a dog's life thereafter, only 2 per pair may survive. Otherwise, there will be an overpopulation that disturbs the natural balance, which would have catastrophic consequences for the dogs. And in Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, chapter 13, verse 47, it's written, Ahastani sahastanam apadani katush padam falguni tatra mahatam jivo chivasya jivanam. Those who are devoid of hands are prey for those who have hands. Those devoid of legs are prey for the four-legged. The weak are the subsistence of the strong. And the general rule holds that on living beings, one living being is food for another. And then Prabhupada elaborates it as systematic law of subsistence in the struggle for existence is there by the supreme will. And there is no escape for anyone by any amount of planning. The living beings who have come to the material world against the will of the Supreme Being are under the control of a supreme power called Maya Shakti, the deputed agent of the Lord. And this Daivi Maya is meant to pinch the conditioned souls by threefold miseries, one of which is explained here in this verse. The weak are the subsistence of the strong. No one is strong enough to protect himself from the onslaught of a stronger, and by the will of the Lord, there are systematic categories of the weak, the stronger and the strongest. There is nothing to be lamented if a tiger eats a weaker animal, including a man, because that is the law of the Supreme Lord. Now this little, oh no, I have one more. Oh no, more did this. This animal was the cause of Mahabharat's downfall. And can we play now the video? I don't know how to do it.
Oh,
Hm?
das ist zugemacht.
Ja, das ist gerade.
Wo hast du den Link?
Beim Ding, in der PowerPoint, the next, ja, das.
Klick da rein.
Steht schon ein, oder?
Machen wir es ohne.
Ja, ja. Ist sowieso eine Musik. Starts again.
Brauchst du noch mehr?
Nein, das ist schon.
Kannst du schnell zumachen?
Einfach zuhören.
Ja.
In this small video, we don't know who is more attached, the little bird to him or he to the little bird. We see this connection is very strong, And then in YouTube you find innumerable videos how some men or women raised a small bird or a small animal, and there is so a strong attachment in the whole life. The whole life. I said, I saw once a video, a penguin, how is it in English, penguin?
Penguin.
Penguin. I say again. Penguin.
Penguin.
He was fully bathed in oil, and he could not swim and then he cleaned it and took care of him for a while, and then he let this penguin back to the sea. He lived near the shore. And this penguin went to the Antarctic every year, and every year it came back 2,000 kilometers through the ocean, went in front of his house, knocked at his door, and wanted to be caressed. Every year. And then he went back again, only to say thank you. You saved my life. And there are so many, on YouTube you find so many movies. Then after many years they saw each other again, even with lions or tigers or elephants, it doesn't matter. These animals are so thankful actually. But now the problem is, I know everybody of you knows the outcome of this Lila, I think. Huh?
He was born like a
Huh?
He was born like a
Yes. When he left the body, his mind was so touched, and he thought only on this form, and in the next life he became a deer. And this is what Prabhupada told this was a downfall, because his goal is to become liberated, and now it happened exactly the opposite. Instead of liberation, he got an animal body. Now I want to read another Leela. It's a childhood Leela from Nimai. When Nimai was a small child, he once noticed a group of little puppies playing outside his house. Being a playful child, he tried to catch the puppies, but most of them ran away. However, one puppy stayed behind. Little Nimai, full of affection, same again, huh? Thought, I'll take this little puppy and make him my pet. Nimai took the puppy inside the house and tied a little rope around its neck. He was overjoyed, as any child would be, playing with his new friend. But soon Mother Sachi noticed the puppy and gently reprimanded Nimai, saying, "My dear child, what you are doing? We are a Brahmana family, and you are a Brahmana boy. You should not have a puppy in the house." Mother Sachi's concern, little Nimai, however, was attached to his new friend and responded, "No, this is my pet, mother." Understanding his attachment, Mother Sachi suggested, "Okay, son, if you wish, you can keep him outside the house." Satisfied with this, Nimai agreed. Shortly afterward, Nimai wanted to go and take a bath in the Ganga with his friends. Mother Sachi reassured him, "Don't worry, you go and take your bath, I'll take care of your puppy. While Nimai was playing and bathing in the Ganges with his friends, the mother of the puppy came searching for her pup. Mother Shachi, not wanting a dog around the house, released the puppy from the rope, allowing it to happily reunite with his mother. However, in doing so, she unknowingly broke the promise she had made to Nimai to take care of the puppy. When Nimai returned home after his bath, his first question to his mother was, "Where is my puppy, mother?" Rachimata explained. His mother came looking for him, so he went away with her. Hearing this, little Nimai began to cry for his lost friend, but as children do, he soon forgot, continued with his play. And this is now exactly the crucial point. He was not so attached that he could not forget his pet anymore. But the story is not over yet. Meanwhile, something extraordinary was happening on the other side of Navadvip. The small puppy, which had been embraced by Nimai, began to manifest symptoms of Krishna Prem, divine love for God. His puppy started jumping in the streets, barking with joy, but instead of ordinary barks, it was chanting Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Many people gathered to witness this miraculous sight of the puppy, filled with ecstatic love for Krishna, rolled on the ground and continued to chant the holy names. The puppy's liberation in a state of divine ecstasy, the puppy left its body. To the amazement of everyone present, a bright spark emerged from the heart of the puppy. At the same time, a much more brilliant light descended from the sky. It was a Vimana, a spiritual airplane from the Vaikuntha realm, carrying Vishnu Dutas, the personal associates and messengers of Lord Vishnu. The soul of the puppy assumed a human form, ascended to the transcendental plane, and was escorted by the Vishnu Dutas to the spiritual world. Now we see the difference between these two attachments, This dog got liberation because of the touch of Lord Chaitanya. But Maharaj Bharat didn't get liberation, so only got the body of a deer. It's exactly the opposite effect. And therefore, we have to be careful what we learn of this whole chapter, to be not attached, but not only to pets or small animals. All attachment, it doesn't matter, it's a friend, it's a husband or a wife, or it's some animal or plant. If the attachment is too strong, we forget our duty, then this will kill our spiritual progress. And with this I want to end this class. If somebody has a question or wanted to add something, please.
I just want to clarify the story about the puppy chanting Haribol. Where did you read from?
This is from Chaitanya Mangal. I think it's from Vrindavan Das. Lochandasta, okay. It's a big, the whole Pasa Leelas are written there. And because they are so Ich glaube, Krishna's Kavrat Goswami did not repeat it again because it was already written. Okay, and yes?
Thank you for your lecture. So we hear again and again that the problem was not that he was saving the deer but the attachment. But as you quoted Bhagavad Gita before, it also says, yeah, there is nothing to lament if a stronger animal is eating the weaker.
Yes.
So if we are now coming across a puppy or a hedgehog or so that is just there, should we just leave it or should we take care of it? Because of course
I would say you should take care of him because it needs protection, otherwise he will die. And but there are different ways how you do it. Mostly if they find some small bird, they bring it to a house where they know how to raise a small bird or a hedgehog. All this, there are different, like our bats, they brought there to the zoo and they took care of them after. But if you have time to do it yourself, you can do it. But after, if it's strong and big enough, you have to take it, to let it go, because it has to live outside. It's not your property. The problem is the attachment. You can raise a small puppy, and the attachment is only to help him to grow, but not to bind the puppy to you the whole life. And as soon your thoughts are more with the puppy than with Krishna, then something is wrong. But this is normal. Everybody would take care of it. Otherwise you can stamp on it like, okay, now it's done, you anyway will die. But that's cruel. Yeah. But to take care of small puppies is almost like take care of a small child. They need so much time and attention, and you have to know how to do it, otherwise it will die. I tried it as a child as well. I found one small amsel, I don't know in English, and wanted to get well, it left, after 2 days it left the body because I didn't know how to feed it and to take care of it. Yes. Some more questions? But we have not the right to be cruel, you know. But the law is cruel. But this is from Krishna, and that's different. Okay, then, thank you for your attention. Hare Krishna. In the proper
wir haben auf ein Kalb schauen.
Ja.
Weil die Mutter gerade nach der Geburt gestorben ist, ja mitgekommen.
Ja.
Weil die Mutter gerade nach der Geburt gestorben ist.
Ja, das gibt's
Das
ja.
ist so viel Arbeit gewesen.
Ja, das ist ein grosses Tier, gell? Schon.
Ja.
Kannst du das anschauen? Irgendwie YouTube. Der Name von Krishna Prema geschrieben ist Krishna, Abstand, Prema Abstand.
Okay.
Und du hast wieder anders erklärt. Nicht S.B kurz, sondern SB. Da zum Beispiel ist das ganz ausgeschrieben.
Ja, das ist verbunden.
Und da ist auch wieder ein bisschen anders.
Was auch ist.
SB und dann Nummer.
SB ohne Abstand.
Nur mit Abstand.
Ja, das ist ein bisschen komisch.
Mit Abstand? Nein, das ist normal. Aha, nein, nicht so. So. Und weißt du dir, was für ein Name die? Was heißt das, der Titel?
Also, was dir sein
Hm?
was dir sein was.
Aber dann ist nicht Saranam, sondern Saram Titel. Sie hat ja das zitiert, oder? Dann kannst du ja auch schnell schauen, wie es geschrieben wird, ganz im Bhagavad Gita, was du dir als Saram Titel. Wenn da einfach schauen, dass sie einen Abstand hat. Zum Beispiel da jetzt keinen Abstand.
Wo geht es? Zürich.
Da,
In Zürich. Unispital. Unispital.
nach Bhagavatam heißt.
Also,
Ja, weil sie
ja
einen Tippfehler haben.
immer.
English, well, for or everyone.
Ich will jetzt die Leute nicht gerade durch.
Das da geschrieben auch anders. All attractiveness. Tust du, das habe ich es nachschauen, wie man das Wetter schreibt?
Ja, das Problem ist eben, dass ich, also wenn ich mir wirklich unsicher bin, aber wenn ich nicht gross überlege, dann schreibe ich es auch.
All attractive. So, ja. Attachment schreibt man auch anders. Ohne E zwischen.
Wo ist jetzt das? Ich finde die letztes nicht so schnell.
Lieber als. Ich tue es einfach jedes Mal kurz im Internet schauen, wie es so ist und auch wenn das Gefühl ist, es stimmt schon, ist
Wie sieht denn aus? Ausser ich höre wirklich rein oder schaue, wobei ja.
Der Titel ist ja aber Vers untereinander. Und dass man das Foto ändert.
Ja, das wäre halt recht gut. Also ich meine, ich kann schon noch anschauen, aber bei Vers und so, vielleicht haben sie es nicht aufgeschrieben, aber ja, sonst muss man immer dort hingehen, wo man den Vers liest und das rausfinden.
Dann wenigstens den Namen und das Foto. Morgen legt schon beide den Namen, wie wir es da noch gemacht haben. Foto und dann Namen.
Haben sie da, kannst du nachher los?
Da.
Ah, sieht man nur das. Okay. Weil sie geben eben zuerst immer so einen Vorschlag, also wenn wir jetzt da wie bearbeiten, oder? Dann haben sie immer so einen Vorschlag, kann ich dann einfach das. Das würde ich schnell. Aber es ist so verfixt und auch wenn es nur so klein kann sehen, dann ist es. Geht das nicht so.
Okay. Das wäre schön, ja, wenn das alles mal noch auf den anständigen Stand bringt. Kannst du das machen?
Ja, praktisch als Diplom.
Hast du keine Zeit?
Also jetzt geht nicht.
Hast du so viel Seebahn?
Nein, ich kann halt praktisch als Diplom am Dienstag. Und
Okay.
heute ist mein Freitag, aber heute bin ich da und mache auch das Internetprüfung. Und nachher
So nächste Woche wirst du es machen? Nach der Prüfung?
Ja.
Bis Ende nächste Woche?
Okay.
Kannst du mir kurz dann schreiben, wenn du es gemacht hast? Kann ich es nochmal anschauen. Und ich erinnere mich jetzt auch nochmal wegen dem Parkplatzmuseum. Dort haben wir doch auch immer noch. Ist es nicht immer noch offen?
Ja, ich habe dich mal gefragt wegen Büchern und so, und dann hast du gesagt, ja, du bist sowieso da das Ganze irgendwie anders in